When we started this morning, there were 35,224 cases this morning. Right now, as of the latest numbers, there are 41,708 cases in the United States today. That means we've had an additional 6,484 cases today while the Democrats are blockading. And by the way, where are the Democrats? C-SPAN doesn't show this whole chamber often, but it'd be nice if they did, because that entire side of the chamber is empty.
Ted Cruz fired up, among others, on the Republican side of the Senate for what really was a betrayal of this moment, a betrayal of the American people by the Democrats, a betrayal of the spirit of bipartisan compromise that should be the reality of our legislators when they're dealing with a crisis like this. It's appalling, absolutely appalling what the Democrats have done. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. And yet we're supposed to move on like it's not that big a deal that they've done this and just cave to them on everything. I mean, here was really the most brazen moment in this whole thing. Nancy Pelosi gave a little speech, but notice how no one's even talked about Joe Biden doing his version of the coronavirus briefing yesterday. Pelosi came out and just said, I mean, she did the equivalent of a political hostage video. And here is her. She is the terrorist in this analogy. And here is her demand. Play 17.
The Affordable Care Act stands today among the great pillars of American health and financial security: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and the Affordable Care Act. Now we find ourselves in the depths of one of the most serious health and economic emergencies our nation has ever faced. The protections of the Affordable Care Act are more important now than ever. But right now, in the middle of the coronavirus, the Trump administration is in court suing to tear down the entire Affordable Care Act, every last protection and benefit. If President Trump succeeds in striking down the ACA in court, gone is the ban on insurers putting limits on your health care. Gone are guaranteed essential health benefits and free preventive services. Gone are young people staying on their parents' insurance until age 26. Gone is the health insurance of 20 million Americans. And gone are the life-saving protections for more than 130 million Americans with pre-existing conditions. Today, therefore, I'm calling on President Trump to abandon his lawsuit.
Abandon the lawsuit or else. Obamacare stands or else. You're not allowed to go to the court to seek redress about Obamacare, which, by the way, is unconstitutional, always was unconstitutional. And Justice Roberts caved to the pressure, didn't want to be seen as somebody for all time that prevented the great Obamacare Act from being law. It was always unconstitutional. We go back to that debate. It was stunning. They were willing to change the plain meaning of language. A tax is a penalty is a tax, and you can regulate inactivity. It was always unconstitutional. This would be like, the federal government passing a law that everybody, and some are going to say yes, but everybody has to own an AR-15 and have a Bible in every room in the house, or else we'll hit you with an IRS penalty. You have to do these things. You have to buy these products and have them on hand, or else. But Nancy Pelosi, back to our moment here, saying that the president needs to do this. By the way, this has nothing to do with legislation. This is just demands. This is hostage taking to a T. It's exactly what she's doing, and this is why I've been saying Nancy Pelosi is not a decent or ethical person. Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.